we had last week with the Minnesota shooting. Uh, Happened as we were talking about uh, the Yankees rotation. Today we were talking about the Jets and Charlie Kirk shot and killed at a Utah Valley University. It was what Charlie does best, and that was debating whether you agree with him or not, whether he agreed with you or not. He believed in having discussions. And it gets worse when you think about that. When you really sit down, you think, okay, this guy, maybe he said some outlandish things and he was brash about some things. But more than anyone else, I think, on either side, right or left, he built the platform that he had on kind of making that effort in good faith to kind of have this political discourse, discussion, and debate in public. And the entire project and his entire brand was built on reaching across the aisle and using speech, not violence, to address issues, maybe resolve them, was very clear, let his debaters speak their mind, and he got blasted. He would go in these universities and he would get blasted. And I tell you right now, he would take it. And he would come up with an answer. Sometimes it would be, okay, Charlie, I don't think that's correct. But he wasn't loud. He believed in civil discussion. And that's what we're missing today in America. I said this on the show yesterday, and I also said this on my social media page, where I believed that the Breakfast Club in New York, WPR Power 105 in New York, the morning show there, had Ben Shapiro on yesterday, live in studio. The amount of people that were saying, I will never listen to the Breakfast Club anymore. Fuck them, fuck this, they're terrible. How could they give Hitler a platform? And I just sat down and I said, really? Now we know the Breakfast Club is very, very left. We know that. But they bring people on that they don't agree with, and they have discussions. What a concept. Same as Bill Maher, which is why Bill Maher now is being, villainated by everybody on the left because how dare you talk to people that you don't agree with? How dare you entertain somebody on the right? How many Republican people on the right, how many people that have right-wing views do you see on The View? How many of them do you see on Jimmy Kimmel or Stephen Colbert? And Stephen Colbert is so family friendly and so professional and classy that when the president points out the crime problem in Chicago, he says, "Fuck you, Donald Trump." There's nothing like pandering to the people and giving the machine what they want. Great job, Stephen, you propaganda whore. Um, but again, to me, that's it's so easy to hate these people. It really is. It's so easy to hate the people on the left. The people in the, and I'm not talking about everyone on the left. I'm talking about these people in left media. This is what happened today. As soon as Charlie Kirk got shot, MSDNC, who I think is worse than CNN. At least CNN has, gotten somewhat reasonable. And even Morning Joe on PMSNBC has become a little better because he's a little bit more reasonable. The extreme, and again, I'm not saying extreme right is good either, but just the extreme left is loony. But listen to what was said on MSNBC by this is um, Matthew Dowd on MSNBC. This guy is a real scumbag. Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, and again, to emphasize what you just emphasized, we don't know any of the full details of this. That we don't know if this was the supporter shooting their gun off in celebration, or so we have no idea.
Shooting their gun off in celebration? Really? Shooting their gun off in celebration. But of course, when it fits the agenda, obviously the gun is bad and this and that and obviously there's no celebrating. The gun is bad and ban guns and take everyone's guns away. But it got worse. It got much worse. Listen to this. This is Matthew Dowd, MSNBC.
Following up what was just said, he's been one of the most divisive, especially divisive younger figures in this, who is constantly sort of pushing this sort of hate speech or sort of aimed at certain groups. And I always go back to hateful thoughts lead to hateful words, which then lead to hateful actions.
Shut up, you piece of shit. First off, I'm gonna I have to take the glasses off and I have to really talk to you people directly because this is starting to bother me. We live in a world where if you don't agree with the person, they are Nazis, they are Hitler, they are fascists, they are racists. If they have a difference of opinion, then they're labeled racists or Nazis. Everybody that the left disagrees with. And they destroyed the right for years, saying that they hated this country. How could they say that the people on the left are the enemy? How could they say that? How could they claim to love America but hate Americans? Well, now it's the same thing. The same people that got on people for saying how can you sit there and say that you hate someone just because they have an Obama bumper sticker? Okay, well, what about someone that's wearing a red hat? I mean, I think the red hat's a little much, but it's the same thing. But now it's bad. And I think we're going down a road where the only hate that we're seeing is from most of the hate, I'm sorry, is the media, is the mainstream media. You have people out there, you have activists, you have YouTube people, podcasters. They're spewing stupid shit, yes. But everybody's a Nazi, everybody's a racist. This is the thing. I want to know what hateful speech Charlie Kirk had. Now they were his views. His views. And remind you, a 31-year-old person with a family, with children and a wife, was shot dead today because he had a difference of opinion. Because he believed in something, because he had his own beliefs. He was shot dead. But what is so divisive of what Charlie Kirk has said? Why? Because he challenges people who race bait every second of the day. Racism, racism, racism. There was a clip. It was Van Jones on CNN saying, "I don't know how Charlie Kirk said that this was racially motivated." Dude, the guy is literally saying in the video, "I got that white girl." How is that not racially motivated? But of course, it's white being killed by black, so it's fine. If it was the other way around, they would have just went crazy with it, the media. Soros would have paid people to protest and burn things down. But that's the thing. That's what the media has done to us. That's what MSDNC has done. That's what really the left has done. And the right's no angel in this either. Because Fox News has cooked up a lot of propaganda over the years. But I think they've tamed down a little bit the last couple of years. No, I think so. And then you know it's bad when Fox News is common sense. Over to what we're seeing from MSNBC and all of these ABC, CBS. Everything is race. Charlie Kirk was vilified for saying, how could he say that? Brian Stelter, oh, well, the racist undertone is what Charlie Kirk said. No, there's not. No, there's not. A black person killed a white person. Charlie Kirk pointed it out. He then pointed out the hypocrisy of the media. How is that racist? The truth hurts. We see this all the time. Funny, the Minnesota school shooting went away pretty quick. Why? Oh, because a trans person did it. Now, if it was a straight heterosexual white guy, oh, we'd still be talking about it. We'd be talking about it until next year. And that doesn't make the person or me that states that does not make us hate trans people, does not make us hate black people. We are simply pointing out your hypocrisy in media and what you do to the American people. CBS, ABC, NBC, CNN, all of the left-wing media. You make things about race and you pit people against each other because you're hateful, race-baiting individuals. When I go out in public with my girlfriend, who is black, do you know the stares that we get from people? How dare we? How dare we go out? Black people, white people. Yeah, there's still racism. But for the love of God, if the race baiting continues from the media, it's only going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And we're gonna continue to get those looks. And then you're gonna have black people, black, and it's predominantly black men and black women. Oh, well, how can she be with a white man? The white people are bad. How can she be with a white man? Because she is, because we fell in love. I mean, I mean, we've seen Ryan Clark. We've seen Ryan Clark attack RG3 because he has a white wife. I mean, just think about this. Think about that for 1 second. RG3 was attacked by people in the black community and black media people because he has a white wife. And he didn't sit there and defend everything that Angel Reese does. And he called her out. God forbid. That's the thing. You can't call out anyone of color. You can't call out women. You can't call out trans people. You can't call out gay people. But it's open season on heterosexual white males. That's what I'm saying. It's not racist to say that. It's just fact. It's fact. And you can pull up 20 clips of media stories that prove that when it wasn't the other way around, nothing was said. And Charlie Kirk was shot today because he had an opinion. And you can sit there and debate all you want about his opinion. I personally think that it's true. And I personally think a lot of what he said was true. But to shoot somebody and kill somebody because you don't agree with them? I mean, hell, Trump was shot at. Charlie Kirk dead. Steve Scalise. What about the Republican softball guys that got shot? Bernie Sanders supporter. 8 years, not one attempt on Obama. 4 years, not one attempt on Biden. Come on. And before Trump, who was the last assassination attempt on a president? Reagan, a Republican. So when the left tells you that they're the party of the tolerant left and the party of peace, just look at the facts and look at the numbers and look at the evidence on the table. Now, I'm not here to sit here and say all people on the left are bad. They're not. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that all people on the right are bad or good. They're not. But we live in America where you should be able to have an opinion. Now, again, if you're going to sit there and spew legitimate hate speech, like I hate black people, Jews must die, all this stuff, that's hate speech. There's no place in America for that. But if you have a difference of opinion, you should, this is America. Why should you be persecuted? And now people are getting shot. Who's next? Ben Shapiro? Glenn Beck? Hannity? Jesse Walter? I mean, which conservative person is next to get shot? Hell, if I say something, will I get shot? We're not allowed to call people out on anything. That's how divisive we have become. And the media is 100% to blame. 100%. Now, has Trump fanned the flames? Yes, he has. Did Obama help this mess? No. Did Biden help this mess? No. Bush was just an idiot for 8 years. But then you had Cheney, who was evil. We've been going down this path of divisiveness for a while. I'd say starting from the '04 election, and it's just gone downhill. You look back, you used to be able to disagree with someone and then have a beer with them. Now, Bryan Cranston dropped his best friend of years because he voted for Donald Trump. Are you kidding me? But this is what the country has come to. And for all the people on the right, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to stop watching Robert De Niro movies. Why? Okay, he's being an asshole, an unhinged asshole. I'm not going to stop watching his movies. Same with Mark Hamill. Same with Stephen King. I'm going to read his books. I love Mark Hamill. I love De Niro. Do I think they're a little kooky? Yeah. Do I think they're coming across as a little bit hateful, a little bit too much? Yes, I do. But again, it's their opinion. Bruce Springsteen, same thing. I'm not going to stop listening to his music or go after him because I don't agree with him or agree how he goes about things. But that's what we get. That is what happens. Unfortunately, Charlie Kirk being shot and killed today is the prime example of the media and left-wing politicians fanning the flames and pushing the point and the narrative across that if you disagree or you say something that is not on the left side of things, you are a racist, you are a Nazi, you are Hitler. Anyone we disagree with in 2025 is Hitler. And you just can't live life that way. You just can't. This man was 31 years old. He's younger than me. Leaves behind a family. And for what? He's out there having a public debate, civil discourse, and he gets shot in the neck for what? This is disgusting. And it's only going to get worse. I fear that it's only going to get worse. Now, I'm going to lay low for a while. We're going to kind of take a break on here for a little bit, a couple of days. Social media also. We'll give it a rest. Too much hate, too much divisiveness. Um, we'll probably be back Sunday after the Jets fall to 0-2, and I'll be talking about that. But yeah, this is just it's tough, and I think we got to clock out for a little bit. But again, rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. And we are thinking of his family right now at this very difficult time. And again, a reminder, especially to the youngins, if someone has a difference of opinion of yours, doesn't automatically make them Hitler. Learn to be smart and read and understand who Adolf Hitler is before you make the comparisons. Because this country is going to hell in a handbasket. Back after this.